Lilith in Pisces in the 9th house. When Lilith lands in Pisces, she's swimming through some murky, mystical waters. Pisces is all about intuition, dreams, the subconscious, and yes, illusions. The illusions that we create to protect ourselves. Now add that mix to the 9th house, which rules travel, higher learning, philosophy, and all things that expand our world view. You may feel like an outsider in your traditional settings. Formal education might have not done it for you because, let's face it, sitting in a classroom, having someone else define truth is not your vibe. Your mind is wired for the esoteric, the abstract, and just the mysterious. You're that person that questions the rules, not because you want to break them, but you just can't buy into them. Sometimes you might find yourself spiraling into escapism, losing yourself in fantasies and dreams, maybe even substances or other forms of self-sabotage. It's that classic Pisces trait, wanting to dissolve into something bigger, to escape the mundane, the harshness of reality. And the 9th house, this house isn't just about knowledge, it's about the meaning behind knowledge. You might find that your spiritual path, or whatever you consider sacred, is something you guard fiercely. But if you distrust it, well, Lilith is skeptical of anything trying to control her. She will burn first, symbolically. She's cautious about anything that feels like dogma. With Lilith and Pisces in the 9th house, there's a deep, almost cellular need for freedom, especially spiritual freedom. This is about merging with the divine that is yours and yours alone. You're not here to be told what to believe. You're here to experience it, to feel it in your gut, to lose yourself in it, and then come back with newfound wisdom. You absorb energies, ideas, experiences, and somehow they all filter through your soul, transforming you in ways that people can't understand and wouldn't even be able to begin to understand. This placement isn't all about stardust and enlightenment. This is Lilith. You might struggle with boundaries, like majorly. You're that friend who falls head over heels for every new philosophy, only to realize 2 weeks later that it's not the one for you. Lilith here is seductive. She is enticing you to lose yourself, to surrender, but beware. She doesn't always have your best interest in mind. And if you're not careful, this placement can lead you down a seriously twisted spiritual rabbit hole. You might find yourself attracted to gurus, teachers, or even philosophers that manipulate rather than uplift, because it is Lilith in the 9th house. You're like a flame for all sorts of charismatic characters, people with big ideas, big visions, and let's face it, big egos. So the challenge is to learn to discern who's legit and who's feeding you off your mystical, impressionable nature. So what do you think? Do you feel like you're being called out? Or do you feel like you've been understood for the first time? Let me know your thoughts, especially if you are riding the Lilith in Pisces wave. Remember, the spiritual journey isn't a straight line. It's a labyrinth. And with Lilith, who knows what magical, slightly messy adventures you have ahead of you. Follow for more astrology tea.